might be working. You want to check? You want to check out? I'm going to hang up with you and see if you can see me on YouTube.
Oh, okay. All right, man.
I've never done this one, so.
Yeah, I just got a notification.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Okay.
Here to say hello and answer any questions. Ask K12.
That's what I put. And I'm guaranteed there's.
Do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh. Hello.
There's like a delay.
Hello.
It's weird. I got you facing me and then I got your profile.
I wear your earrings you gave me.
I see that. We've been more than a while. I like that one. I can hear myself though on the YouTube one.
Oh no.
Yeah. So as soon as somebody else gets in here.
Now you're live on the internet.
Oh no!
But there's nobody in here, so it's just you and me. Love you too.
I wish I wasn't sick.
Hello.
It's weird. It's like there's two of you because there's such a delay.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so because you hear it through the phone at the same time, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be weird. I have no people in here all by myself. I've never built my audience on here, so it makes sense. So I'll just sit here and chill out.
Cat.
What? Does it say there's 8 people in here?
Oh, no.
There's 13 people in here. Or 13 people are actually... Hello, everyone. I have no idea what's going on. I've never done live here, so... What are you doing right now? There's people in here. They're here. Hello, Felix. What am I doing right now? I just came from TikTok, and yes, I'm a voice actor from the planet Earth. If you're not familiar with the work that I do, you can also find me on TikTok, and currently I'm renowned for doing a very specific and iconic voice that you might be familiar with. So I thought I'd come over and say hello because I don't have too many followers on here, but I thought I'd stop in and say hello to everyone. Hey, Doug, how you doing? Hi, from Doug in London, Canada. That's amazing. Hi. Hello. I may also be Canadian. Let's throw on the old headgear here, so that way I can actually hear my voice and know that I'm not completely destroying you with my my vocals. Hello, everyone. I'm not sure. Like, I've never done a live over here on YouTube, so this is a different experience, to say the least. Oh, c'est québécoise. Salut. Qu'est-ce que tu fais pour la fin de semaine? C'est un long fin de semaine? Parce que je commence le... C'est quoi ce nom en français? Colin. La fin de semaine de quoi? De jeu de la quoi ça? L'école? L'école. Non? Je pense que parce que tout le monde, commence une petite vacances pour la fin de semaine, hein? C'est 4 jours pour la personne, c'est de juste relax puis, d'aller dans, I don't know, le beach, chillax avec le monde, boire, camping puis d'autres choses comme ça. C'est pas pire. So, yeah. What voices did you do? So, Doug, I'm gonna turn this down. I think my gain's too high. So, to answer your question there. Oh, Felix, that's very good to know. Thank you for telling me that. um, so yeah, good to know. I apologize. I should not assume. I have to understand that everybody on the internet could be at any point in time in their life. So thank you very much for telling me. Excuse me. So, what voices did you do? I am renowned for doing Optimus Prime. Currently, I am currently viral. In the last month, I went from 1,500 people to over 47,000 followers on TikTok for my involvement with, yeah, doing Optimus Prime. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So I thought I'd come in here because I was on a live over at TikTok, and I thought I'd come over and say hi to everybody over here and those who might actually stop by. Which there's only two of you with 14. I don't know how this reads. I'm not sure how this reads. It's like I have 14 here, or I have 9 here, but I don't know how many people might actually be in here. So I'm not sure what's going on. I have no idea. What I do know, I should probably bring up this. Actually, maybe it's on here. So, what is everybody getting up to for this incredible evening? That's awesome. Okay, we already allowed to hear any. Sure, I guess. Here, you know what I'll do? I'll do this. So, I'm going to tell you a story because I think it's better that way. So, approximately about a month ago, I was kind of chilling out, and what happened was some of my other material was mediocre, no big deal. And then somebody had posed a question to me and said, "Hey, can you say Autobots roll out?" And I was like, "Okay, sure, I guess. I've never done it." And I know that Peter Cullen, because he's been an icon in my life for the last 40 plus years, right? And this is what happened.
No, never done this one before. Autobots, roll out.
And that started everything from there. Everything kind of grew and went from there. So this is probably the most recent one.
Peter is a true hero, a legend among many, but truly the one and only.
So that's kind of how it started, and that's where it is today. So it's been kind of crazy as how things have been going. But I'm also known for doing other voices as well. I've been a voice actor for a little while and had some incredible opportunities and experiences as a result of that. So if you haven't actually, if I don't know if you actually go onto TikTok and stuff, TikTok's kind of a weird place to say the least because, yeah, well, TikTok is TikTok. But I will say this. Um, if you want to see the remainder of my stuff, because I really need to take my stuff from here and place it into my stream here in YouTube because I think there's a more mature audience over here, and I think that's better, to be quite honest. So yeah, that's kind of what is going on. And at the same time, I've been doing like motivational videos as well. So
On this day, life can be challenging. Life can feel defeating. But know this: you can choose to stand, or you can choose to fall. But the choice is always yours. So rise up, stand tall, and above all, find that strength you have inside. Because even to you, you are more than meets the eye. I am Optimus Prime. To all are one.
so I do things like that because yeah, I think it's really awesome to try to bring a little bit of light to people's lives. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. It makes me happy trying to make people happy. It makes me happy to make people feel a little less burdened with what they got going on in their life. So yeah, that's why I do what I do. Sounds silly, but that's one way to do it. I think a majority of people these days kind of turn towards a lot of what's going on and see the world and the chaos. You have the opportunity, in a sense, to just kind of, I don't know, find some ease in things. So, yeah, that's my biggest thing. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Very true, Doug. Very true. Very true indeed. I won't lie. The amount of the amount of nonsense I get thrown at me, though, I won't lie. It's pretty crazy. For whatever reason, um, I don't know. It's weird. It would seem as though that positivity and inspiring people to be the best version of themselves seems to be, I don't know. It seems to be something that these days a lot of people don't really understand or maybe even hamper with others. You know what I mean? It's rather sad. I know for a fact that I would love to see countless individuals that are just truly inspired to do what they want to do with their lives, to feel driven and want to accomplish and overcome some of the most difficult and challenging aspects in their lives. But I also think that we've lost the script in a sense because, excuse me, well, let's face it. I think the majority of the time right now, we've, I don't know. I think we focus too much on the emotional side of things rather than actually looking at things of logic. Passion is one thing, but we got to really we got to look at the world for what it is. You know, Maybe I'm wrong, Doug. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be right out to lunch. But I'll tell you right now, I play characters, and I do voices and do my best to inspire people. But at the same time, I'll tell you this. One of the biggest things that I draw from are my own real experiences. Some of the things that I've already experienced in my own life, challenges that I faced. I don't like to talk about those types of things openly on here, but I will say that our life does change us, shapes who we are, become the version of ourselves that we not want to be, but maybe have to be. And that's unfortunate because at the same time, a lot of people who don't have those experiences will never understand that we become who we are as a result of those things. And that's why I never judge anybody for what what they're dealing with, what they come from. So in the world of voice acting and the world of film, I think it's an incredible gift to inspire those who may struggle, who may dream to finally exonerate themselves from some of the situations they have to deal with, from their ability to finally release themselves from some of the situations they may be stuck in. And yet at the same time, it's unfortunate because we are only ever limited by our own beliefs. It's an amazing thing. You sound so scary. Eli, I apologize. Let me ask you this. What is it about a voice that is deeper that may sound scary? Are you talking about menacing? Or are you talking about like evil villain style? Because I've heard that as well. And a lot of the times that I play voice parts for certain things, it's the same thing. I've been in the exact same boat where I do voices for villains, which is perfectly fine. And I get that. I have a certain bravado, I have a certain voice style for that. But not in a bad way. So, what would it be then? How would you describe my voice? I'm curious. I think that voices are very powerful. And the reason why is because voices in its own thing is this: every single conflict, every single war that has ever existed in the history of humanity began and ended with words, which is interesting. And a lot of people fail to realize that the most dangerous weapon on the face of the planet is the voice. And a lot of people fail to realize that, which is unfortunate. Like evil villain type of scary. All right. Hey, Eli, I got a question for you. Would you like to hear the difference between when I do my regular voice versus when I do my villain voice? Because I can do it right now for you. That's perfectly fine. I have no problem portraying that. And I would love to do that. Winston Churchill had a great voice. He did. He did. Very much so. All right. Well, then, let's access the good old fashioned. This is the best part about this, is that I have a very good relationship with my non-royalty music area. All right, where do I get this sorted out? Getting a script just for you, Eli. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? Tell you what, Eli. Do you have any friends on here? Anybody else who enjoys voice acting or dark mystery? Well, then be sure to send this off to them. Drag them in here. I'm going to give you the count of 20. All right. You go ahead and get a hold of them, bring them in so I can show you and them the difference between a scary voice of me, because I have a deeper voice, and what happens when I give you a real villain. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, here we go. 220 it is. Now, 1 second here. Let me sort this out. Here it is. Let's figure this out. All right. Can you hear the music okay? Can you hear the music okay? I want to do this the right way, of course. All right, I'm going for it. Here we go. Regardless if you can hear me or hear otherwise, here it comes, Eli. How fragile they are. These little candles called humans. One breath of plague, one twist of faith, and their flame gutters out. They build empires of sand, love with trembling hands, and scream at the dark as if their volume could conquer me. I need only whisper, and their hearts forget their rhythm. a single touch, and their proud flesh turns to dust. And yet they dare to dream. Still they dare to hope. Deliciously, exquisitely frail. My favorite flaw in creation. What simple and delectable creatures they are. I will surely enjoy the time ahead. And yet, they will never, ever know that I'm here. And, how's that for you, Eli? And that wasn't even like, I wasn't even one of my, my deepest ones. I have one for you. I'm going to see if I can do it again because I really enjoyed that one. Hey, Julian, how you doing? All right. Hang on. There is another one. There it is. This one here is my favorite. Are you ready for my favorite? I'm doing very well, Julian. Thank you for asking. All right. All right. Here we go. We're going for the money shot. Everybody ready for this one? I'm going to do my best. Gotta wet the whistle, though. This one's hard for me. So, if you know anybody working on any projects right now, and, they are looking for some form of talent, well then, please, by all means, send them my name. Here we go. As I stepped into the darkest corridors of my mind, the air grows thick and heavy, like velvet soaked in forgotten rain. The walls are not stone, but shifting memories, faces I once loved, now twisted in accusation. Doors that creak, open to rooms I swore I sealed forever. My footsteps echo too loudly, each one a reminder that I am both
both the wanderer and the thing that is being hunted. As I look deeply into the darkness, I am reminded that men everywhere will say that I gave birth to the 21st century. While looking at me, they may judge and only see that the corridors are simply mine, and that somewhere ahead, if I don't turn back, they may hunt me down and find me. What is my favorite country? I don't have a favorite country. I'm a worldly person. Worldly person. Worldly person. Well, you better be a voice actor. Amazing voice. I am. Relax. I am a voice actor. You would kill me. Dude, that was so epic. Thank you, Eli. Thank you. That was dark. Well, it was different. It was different. That's all. The inspiration actually comes from the movie From Hell. If you haven't seen that movie with Johnny Depp, an absolutely incredible movie. There's a line that gets brought up at the end. And it's like, men everywhere will say that I gave birth to the 21st century. It's like there's a way that he goes about giving this bravado, you know. Absolutely loved it. Loved it. Fell in love with that one. So that's one of my favorite ones. As I stepped into the darkest corridors of my mind. Can I do Miss Piggy or Kermit? No, I can't. Most definitely not. Most definitely not. Nope, that's definitely not something I usually do. Everybody see my buddy here? Oh, no. That guy, that guy right there. That's Sparky. Everybody say hi, Sparky. Sparky's awesome. Yeah. 3 likes and 5 people in here. This is awesome. Such a very different environment than I'm used to. Wait, have you voice acted anything? Eli. Yes. Yes, I have. Just because you can't actually see, I'm not recognizable. That's the thing about voice acting, right? Do you have kids? I have 4 kids. I have one, and he's a man now. That's the gray hairs. Yeah, my favorite thing about voice acting is becoming a different character. As you can hear, I don't. Well, depending on where you are in the world, I have an accent, but my accent is, excuse me, different.
depending on where I am. So, yeah. I don't have a favorite country, Julian. Hi. Hi, Julian. Good to see you. I don't have a favorite country. I'm a worldly person. I've seen the world like 3 times over, easily. I'm just a regular dude. Regular dude. That's all. It's all good. Thank you for stopping by, Eli. I appreciate it, though. I really do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Get some rest. Stinson, are you Army? It's an interesting question, Stinson. All right, Stinson, may I ask, what would cause you to ask if I was Army? Just out of curiosity. I'm quite curious as to why you may ask such a thing. Special forces. Oh my goodness. It's quite the question. Julian, what do you think of Canada? What do I think of Canada? Canada, they live in igloos, don't they? Don't they? Pretty sure they do, don't they? Your intellect and look tough. Do you know why I have an intellect? Is because I read a lot of books. A lot of books. Like, I have an entire shelf right here next to me. I have probably 30 books over on the far side next to the couch. I have an entire bookshelf in the corner. And, yeah. So, and I love to work out. I got big hands. I like to box. Keep myself fit, strong. Does that make me a soldier? He's in the Goonies. Oh, hey, you know what? Actually, I got one for you. Give me a sec. Hang on. Because you just reminded me of something. Do you rate audiobooks? Where can we listen to your work? Right now, you can listen to my work on TikTok because I am currently working on 4 different projects right now that are in development that I can't talk about. But yeah, all my previous stuff you wouldn't want to deal with anyway, so don't worry about it. All right. I will never betray my Goondock friends. We will stick together until the whole world ends. Through heaven and hell and nuclear war, good pals like us will stick like tar. In the city or country or forest and boonies, I am proudly declared a Goonie. It's cool in Canada. Okay. Let me hear it, Douglas. What's cool about Canada? What's awesome about it? What do you love so much about Canada right now? Because I hear that there's rumors of some struggles going on there. How do I look you up on TikTok? Dun, 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 dun. There you go. That's all you got to use. Throw that in TikTok and you'll find me. On top of all my videos. Google Canada nature. See, I'm a bushman. I'm an old school bushman, meaning I can go into the woods and live there for indefinitely and live off the land. Living in society doesn't mean nothing to me. Living in nature, I can just keep going forever. Doesn't bother me. Old school. Old school. Now, how I got that training, that's a different story. Might go back to a couple of comments a little while ago, but it's something I've been doing my entire life. So, what's cool is we don't have Trump. Well, cool, sure. Awesome. Awesome. What about how's your gas prices doing right now? Do you guys have to deal with the whole carbon tax and all that kind of stuff? You guys saving the world by funneling away 50% of your taxes? Because that's how I look at it. You have such a small population. You guys are getting taxed beyond belief, aren't you? Just a question. Literally just a question. $36 million. Okay. So 36 million is pretty small for an area that's just the size, if not probably a little bit bigger with land mass compared to the United States. The United States got just under 400 million. So 36 million. And you guys pay unbelievable amounts of tax. It's $1.90 per liter. There's 4 liters in a gallon. So I pay half what you pay for gas. Canada's 36 million, US 33. Sure, 3. When you think about millions, though, there, Julian, it's a lot. That's a lot. Huge difference between the two, right? There's a real big difference between the two. So imagine this. You're paying $1.90 right now, right? Per liter. Break that in half. So imagine if you're paying 95 cents per liter. Imagine what that would be like for you. Because I do remember there was a time going back in the 90s when I was traveling around. It was like 65, 75 cents a liter. Pretty crazy times. Electric cars in Canada. Electric cars in Canada. I don't understand. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. You know what happens to batteries in sub-zero temperatures? I've been up in the Arctic. The coldest I've ever seen was minus 72. Minus 72 Celsius, not Fahrenheit. You know what happens to batteries at the temperature? How in the world aside from combustion engines to produce heat, could a like an electric car ever sustain? Doesn't make sense. How's that ever going to work? I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I look at their entire plan for growing because right now they just dropped another reports talking about the fact that they're wanting to grow the grid exponentially until 2050, like basically tripling or quadrupling the electrical grid is nuts. It's so crazy. Ford's built different. I guess so. I guess so. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, but that what you're talking about, Doug, is plugging in their heater is electric, but the engine is combustion. So that doesn't make sense. We're adaptable, right? You got to think about it this way. We have quite literally adapted over the years to be what we are today. So for us to turn around and think that we're going to I don't know, reinvent the wheel after all these years is seems silly to me. It doesn't even make any sense, really. It doesn't. No, I don't think they'll do very well with EVs either. I honestly think that's going to be one of the most anybody who buys into that idea, I think is going to be a big problem. Like they're going to hit I don't know, man. I think that people that don't understand the greater scope of things, and I'm talking about the fact of being somebody who's been in the woods for 20 plus years, I look at that and it's like there is a fundamental aspect of how people need to understand what works and what doesn't. The problem is that the majority of people don't understand that concept. They just don't understand it. So they think it's like, oh, what are you going to plug it into a fucking tree? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, are you gonna, what are you gonna do? It doesn't make sense. So a lot of people, because they don't realize how that's going to impact them in the long run. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. It doesn't work. That's all there is to it. So we look at the current policies that a lot of people are like rooting for because we're making things better and all that kind of stuff. Again, they're not. It's not conducive with what the world is. It's not even remotely close. So, like, give me a break here. And it's unfortunate because a lot of people are just completely lost. They're completely, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. But this is not why I came here. I didn't come here to speak politics. I didn't. Shit.
There we go. $17.83 Shediac River Road. I don't know what that means, Julian. Hope you stick with YouTube. It'll take some time. I gotta go over early summer. Move early. P.S. I subscribe. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate that, my friend. I do. Appreciate that. I'm gonna stick with it. I am sticking with it. You got my word. I ain't going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Oh, this is good. Hang on. So for those that don't know, I also do voice throat singing, sorry. So I don't know. Julian's probably still in here, so there we go. Ready, Julian? I got to back up because my voice is too loud. So. Oh, jeez, I can't even get lower than that. My voice is so screwed right now. Almost. No, can't do it. My voice is too screwed right now. Apologies. My voice is way too messed up right now. Last 2 days have been really rough on my voice. Doing a whole bunch of different things. So thank you for subscribing there, Douglas. I appreciate that. You're still here. Stuck around for the show, did you? Awesome. All right, everybody. Well, I am going to call it quits. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. This is my first live on YouTube ever. And yeah, I look forward to many more. I'll do my best to try to have multiple streams going at the same time. I'm not sure if I can do multiple streams at the same time. I'm going to try, though. I'm going to try. So thank you so much. I hope you all have an incredible night. Get some rest, and many praise to you all. Cheers.